Hey, it's Zach here at Smile Stories. Here are 5 things to look for when having treatment with any dentist if you want it to last. How many minutes? 3?
I think it's over 2.
Okay. The first point, and probably the most important, is magnification. If your dentist cannot see it, they cannot either diagnose the problem with, let's say, your tooth, or they cannot treat it properly. These magnifying loupes help me see teeth up to 5 times as big. Some dentists do 7 times as big, some do microscopes, which are 30 times as big. Ultimately, magnification is going to be a key thing. If your dentist isn't wearing those on their head, ask them why. Point number 2 is time. The ultimate fact is to carefully, let's say, clean a tooth effectively, disinfect it properly, place an adhesive which glues to the tooth well, and then makes it last for years and decades to come. It takes time. A dentist cannot do a job on a tooth and look after it in 10, 20, 30 minutes. Often, dentistry done properly takes up to 40, 50, 60 minutes. And that might sound like a long time, but when you're comfortable and you're happy and you're watching, let's say, Netflix on the ceiling like you do at a clinic like ours, you're in a comfortable, happy place and you know the job's going to be done properly. The third thing to look for sounds a bit obvious when I put it like this. Your mouth is full of bacteria. Sadly, your saliva is just full of bugs. It's disgusting. In fact, often dentists say it's worse than the gutter because it kind of is. Now, when you do any dentistry, it's really important that, let's say, you're going to put a filling in a tooth and disinfect that tooth. It mustn't get reinfected before you rebuild it, because otherwise you're basically putting a filling on top of a soggy, mushy, disgusting, bacteria-filled foundation. What you need to look for is that a dentist is going to keep that tooth bone dry and absolutely precisely clean during the rebuild. And often a dentist should use this thing. Looks a bit weird, but these little holes are in this blue protective shield. Imagine that the teeth are going to come through these little holes, and the blue barrier helps protect your tooth from the saliva that it's swimming in. Then you know the work's going to last. The fourth thing is that if you want your dentistry to last, your dentist that's looking after you needs to spot the problem in a timely kind of way. It's really important that they don't wait for the tooth to become a significant issue so badly that it then turns into huge, big problems later. They need to communicate it with you in a way that you understand it, and they can help you prevent it. And they're actually proactively recommending advice on how to stop it from happening again, or future teeth turning into the similar problems. So if that dentist hasn't spotted these problems with you, it kind of raises a bit of a suspicion, or should do, that maybe the treatment that you're having done isn't going to be quite as spot on as you might hope. The fifth thing to look for isn't really a look for, it's more of a feel thing. You know when you should just trust your gut? Well, the team looking after you should be prepared. They should know your name, you should be comfortable, you should be trusting the fact that if anything's causing any trouble, that they're actually going to stop and read your body language and be on your side. You should never ever feel like a mouth on a conveyor belt. If you do, then something's not right.